Okay, so things are working. We've got a landing there. We've got a crash over there. We've got one functional telescope, one half-functional telescope, and we have our Minmus impactor on its way to in fact impact on Minmus. I'm wondering about this. Do I need to try and set this up for some kind of orbit or whatever? Will my lander, a little pancake-shaped lander, will it have enough delta V to go for a landing from this direct straight-in approach? I don't know. I don't know. How am I going to measure that? Well, we could do it sort of like halfway. This you know what this calls for? This calls for fun with maneuver nodes. Let's just try something. Let's put a maneuver node like right here. T-minus 3 days. Grief, I didn't realize this thing is moving so slowly. 7 minutes? How do we go from 7 minutes to 3 days? 14. Okay, here. Okay. Let's see what happens if we just... Hang on. I believe there's a way that I can move my focus directly to this other... Okay, not if... not to Kerbal, not to Moon. I want to move my focus to that... It's like, the place where it does the sphere of influence change. Can it do that? I'm just gonna keep on cycling through everything that we can look at. No, apparently not. We can look at this, but we cannot look at that one over there. Okay. Alright, well, we'll just arrange things like this. Pull around over here. Alright, so there. See that? It's kind of a problem. What would happen? Let's play with maneuver nodes. Oh, hey, we just squirted forward just a tiny little bit. Then we actually end up with this periapsis here. Isn't that interesting? This may... Yeah, I'm having kind of a crisis of confidence. Let's go ahead and try to fix this. Let me move my vehicle. Just thrust forward. That's such a tiny little amount of... A tiny little change will actually get us into a non-impacting... a non-directly impacting path. There. Focus it right there. Turn RCS on. Burn forward just a little bit. Oh, hang on. Weird things are happening. This wasn't what I wanted. Now, here, let's kill... Did I screw this all up? Let's kill that. Kill that maneuver mode. Okay, so now we have... I guess this will work. Minmus periapsis. Yeah, that's acceptable. I think just to prevent any possibility of having to be wrangling 2 probes at the same time, one of them crashing, one of them landing, in theory, I believe we actually are going to go ahead and do a burn and put this thing into an orbit. Burn retrograde here and put it into an orbit first. I don't know. I still haven't done the math on the what's the maximum that we can expect out of these 2 missions, and the fact that we didn't get to recover the rock. I don't know if this will be enough to get us out of bankruptcy. I think that one mistake in seriously botching the re-entry on the rock, I think that may have killed this whole space program. I don't know. We'll find out. I'm not one for like actually doing math and figuring stuff out. We'll just find out when we get there, I know sometimes it does kind of drag slowly at these points, but I've been burnt so many times on getting impatient with the time warp, the time compression. I think this time I'll just take my time. We'll be cool. And this is a thing. This skybox that I put together. Notice, in this view, the stars are not twinkling. They burn nice, cold, and steady. Let me see if we go to this view. Again, no twinklage. What's the deal with that? Oh, there's Kerbal back there. Oh, that looks cool. Kerbin and the moon all orbiting around like that. I think it looks extremely cool. Ooh, it's getting closer. See that? See it getting closer? Oh, we're almost to the... Yeah, okay, there's a alarm clock taking us back down out of warp. Thank you. Close that alarm. Okay, nothing that I really want to do at this point. Just wait for it to hit the sphere of influence change so as not to screw up the physics. And it should be changing. Yep. Okay, there's a change. Whoa! Way over here. Okay, I find it amusing that we're turn this thing around and we're hitting the wrong side of Minmus, but it doesn't matter, you know. Let's put a maneuver node right there. And we get there, we're going to burn a retrograde. Am I hitting the wrong button? Oh, I was hitting the wrong button. Damn it. Here, let's go to 10s. Okay, so yeah, there's an orbit. Let's go back down to 1s. Hang on. Well, okay, I guess we don't really need that on. Apoapsis 131. Yeah, we can fix it after that. That's close enough. That'll work. Okay, that's good. Let's add an alarm for that one. Add like this. Good. Let's try something. In recent comments, people are telling me that I should... first off, just turn off that RCS. We don't need it. What happens if we turn these lights off? I'm looking... At the moment, I'm running... my frame rate's fluctuating between 18 and 20 frames per second. Let's turn those lights off. Lights are... Hello, lights. I hit the button. Turn off, please. Maybe you didn't hear me. Let's turn the lights off. Now the lights are going off. And my frame rate is at 21 frames per second. Okay, those people who very helpfully made comments and gave hints and tried to help me out, thank you, but I'm seeing a massive 1 frame per second improvement. I don't think that's it. I think that's probably not worth having the lights off. I like having the lights on. I appreciate you tried to help. It's just not quite getting it, you know? Again, maybe I'm trusting that alarm clock too much, but... Oh, no guts, no glory. Alright, close alarm. I said close alarm, thank you. Turn this thing down. Face it in the direction of the maneuver node. Yeah, it's kind of ugly seam right there. I wonder if that probably has a lot to do with my turning down a lot of the graphics options and stuff. I really am thinking that whenever this career mode is done, whenever I'm done with the series, I'm going to go through and I'm going to fairly ruthlessly eliminate a lot of my mods, and the next series is going to be fairly stripped down. It's because I end up really not using so many of these parts that are all causing my game to lag so horribly. Okay, there's the... There's Kerbin is over there. So we may be impacting over on the night side, and if we want to do this where Kerbin can see us. I wonder where we would go if we just kept on this orbit. I don't see the line. Do we just end up in... I think our... Oh, no, no, there it is. Yeah, we end up back at Kerbin, actually. How about that? Yeah, we've got a... Just my eyes deceived me. We've got a free return trajectory set up here. Just by accident. Yeah. Yes, we do. Okay, so we've got an orbit. Let's just continue trying to make it look kind of pretty. Actually, I burned a little bit too slowly, didn't I? It's okay. Doesn't really matter. About right there. Good. I like it when the actual orbit looks very similar to the planned orbit. This makes me happy. Alright, that's cool. How much juice we got left in this tank? Lots of juice. Oops, hang on. Yeah, see, I was thinking backwards. I started pointing at the 270 line. And actually, to point retrograde, I need to point at the 90-degree line, because here we are orbiting all backwards and wrong-headed. Next step. Okay, let's turn. Yeah, leave the SAS on. I believe it is time. Let's double check the staging. Yeah, this is good. Let's go ahead and go for a decouple. Alright, make certain we're still controlling from here. Yes, good. RCS is on. It's RCS away from the impactor. Let's call this one the Minmus lander. Yeah, this one is not the jackass, really. I think that this other one is the actual jackass. It was the one that was having all the problems. Switch back to the other vehicle. Hide this. Open this up. Yeah, let's burn that direction just so it looks to me like we will miss hitting the lander. And throttle up. Let's go for an impact. Bye-bye, lander. Okay, that should be... Yep. Pretty much just entirely killed that orbit, didn't we? Jackass, I'm tired of you and all your problems. So, we're going to dispose of you in a way that any probe would be happy, feel privileged to take part in. I forgot to pay attention to where Minmus, Kerbal is. I don't know, it'll work. They'll see some of the stuff splash upwards, you know. It's good enough. Whee! I like to just bring the guy to a dead stop in orbit. It makes me laugh. Okay, slow down that time compression. Not like that other time we really screwed it up. Matter of fact, let's kill all time compression. Give us time to look around, enjoy the sights, you know? It's all pretty. Tell you what, let's even maneuver this thing some. Oh, you know what I was forgetting? You know what I was very strongly forgetting? Select mission package. Space race. This is crashing is fun. Select mission. Yeah, that was important. That was a good thing that I thought of that just then. Oh, that would have been a really bad mistake. I want things to land flat so as to cause as big a splash as possible, because for science the goal is to splash a whole bunch of lime sherbet up from the surface up, and so it'll spray up and observers in the lander, observers in the mapping probe, observers and Kerbal will aim their telescopes and sensors at one eye at it, and we'll be able to figure out what the surface is like. I think I'm going to pull it back like this. Be extra cinematic about it. Okay, jackass, you were a thorn in my side, but no more. Can't say I'm sorry to see you go, but I am looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to the show. Hey, that almost kind of rhymes. So yeah, there's some rhymeage that's happening to commemorate your loss. Oh, here's a shadow. Whee! And bam! Yeah! Yeah, see all the sparkles and sprinkles. That's science right there. That's science just splashed up all over the place. Okay, hide finished goal. Thank you. And let's finish the mission. Ta-da! How about that, huh? How about that? Okay, so now we need to open a browser window. We need to go and select the other one, Lime Sherbet Surprise. Yeah, this is the one that we are going to, yeah. You know how this works by now. Anything the moon gets, Minmus has to get it too. So land a 1-ton probe there, ASAP. And we're back at the lander. Let's open this back up. Precision control is on. See how this other stuff is set. The lights are still on. Let's go ahead and extend the landing gear, huh? Why not? Oh, hey, there's our mapper, right? Yeah, there goes our mapper going by. So that's good. There's Minmus, there's the moon. Can I share something with you? It's not really a secret. People have been paying some attention previously will know this already. This is going to be a first for me. I have never landed anything on Minmus before. So I'm really looking forward to this. I really am. I bet you it'll be fun. I understand that Minmus has much lighter gravity than the moon, but the terrain can be problematic and tricky. So we'll just, play it by ear, see how it works out. Alright, turn this on. I don't want to make this zoomed all the way out there. I want to land in the daylight. That's a problem if I want to land in the daylight and if I want it someplace where the, keeping it in mind that I would want Kerbal to be able to see it. These are two mutually exclusive goals, unless I just want to leave the probe in orbit for like months. I think we're just going to land it anyway, and we'll let Kerbal talk to. Well, Kerbal was relaying signals through the Minmus mapper, right? Yeah, that works. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, besides going around this way. So we'll go around and we'll go for setting up for a landing once we get around to about over here. Good. Just do this until this number comes down around the negatives. Alright. And we'll take a look at it this way, see what I want to change. Let's actually just leave it like that for a little while. I'll do another corrective burn when we get down here. Not really. Where do I want to try to land? Do I want to go for this lowlands here where it looks like we've got some of the softer sherbet? Sherbet? I heard some people call it sherbet. I think that's incorrect. I've heard other people call it sherbet. I think maybe they're more correct, but it sounds kind of snooty. We'll go sherbet. How about that? Do we want to go for one of these highlands? How about if we go through... Let's try and put it down in this little spot right there. That looks to me like a good idea. Burn a little bit more. Put it right about there. Good. Yeah, I think I like the looks of this, right where the hill dips down and we've got this kind of cut out little area. Of course, it's going to screw me up thinking about this because I am orbiting all backwards. So, oh yeah, this is the landing zone right there. That is what I want. I bet you it's a good landing zone. Ooh, that looks like I just saw that. That looks like an excitingly challenging landing zone. It's a smaller area. Maybe better science to be had there. Everybody just take your time. Be cool. Think about this. Think slow. What's the phrase? Think slow, move fast. Maybe I got it backwards. Maybe you're supposed to think fast, move slow. So you're careful. I don't know. Anyway, the upshot, the gist, the moral of the story. To summarize, we're going to attempt to be careful about this and not do stupid things. Because I realize doing stupid things does quite often make for an entertaining video. But I don't want to always do stupid things. I want to, win sometimes. It's probably the theory and the meta of doing YouTube gameplay videos. You probably need to find the appropriate balance between stupidity and winning. You need some of both. Somebody asked a comment in one of the videos that these little lander legs, those are another thing that comes from the AIES pack Yeah, these legs came from there. These engines, these little side-mounted engines, those came from there. The tiny little RCS pods, they came from there. I love that pack. It has so many very, very useful parts. And doing it that way by aiming at this point, in theory, allows us to slow this down, take a bunch of energy out of our suborbital path here without changing our aim point of the destination. In theory. Well, actually, I suppose the theory worked that time, so it's not so much in theory, but also in practice. And put our aim point slightly beyond where we actually want to land, because once I get over that, and I'm going to attempt to kill all horizontal velocity and just come straight down on it. Come to think of it, this little device doesn't have any antennae. I wonder how it communicates. Could be an issue. Matter of fact, this is going so slowly. I hadn't realized how much lighter the gravity is here. I'm just looking at how much fuel I have remaining. I think our next burn may be when we're directly above. Yeah, we'll make our next burn. We're directly above our target landing site. Do a little bit more gentle time compression. Alright, almost to the point. Whoops. Yeah, we're at the point I want. Let's kill that. Let's point this. Retrograde. Just perfectly retrograde like that. Now I'm going to kind of chase this retrograde marker. Until it's right up at the pointing straight up. Overshot a little bit. So let's correct that. Okay, there we are. That device says that we should be pure vertical at this moment. Okay, it's time to think about, okay, say if I pitch backwards, let's see if this thing is oriented correctly. No, I want to roll my vehicle around to an orientation that makes it easier to think about. So that when I hit the key that I'm accustomed to thinking of as pitching up, the vehicle pitches in the correct direction. As that has screwed up various landings in the past. All the fuel that I had in this thing, I've got a suspicion that this is really overkill for Minmus. Could have gotten away with something much smaller. But we have to remember this thing has to weigh at least 1 ton for the purposes of the mission, because I figure that has to be a large vehicle in order to carry a whole bunch of sensors. Let's slow down our descent some. Let's try and keep it about 50. Or let's say like between 50 and 70. Thereabouts. We'll let it get up to 70. Slow it back down to 50 again. Looks like sugar crystals down there. Doesn't quite look quite so sherbet-like. Let's go and slow it down to say like 30. Okay, there we go. Now we're pure vertical again. Now drifting slightly to one side. Slow it down to say about 30 at this point. 30 meters per second downward. Still so much fuel remaining. This works very, very well. Hang on, let's move this over here. Actually, at this point, let's aim this right there. Good. Do this gradual burn, slow this down. We're going to use RCS to fine-tune some of this. There we go. Keep on hitting the wrong buttons. Oop, I'm slowing down too much. There was a huge flicker. What was that? Was that the shadow of the Minmus mapper flying by? Okay, well, we're down to less than a kilometer. Let's really slow this thing down. Now, vertical speed. It's okay, well, I don't want to slow it down that much. Yeah, let's just keep it under 10 meters per second at this point. Oh, hang on. I think I could do this in just RCS. It's so sensitive. Hardly any thrust at this point. Where's my shadow? Oh, there it is. Yay! Let's see if we can fix this issue with RCS. So we're coming straight down, please. Thank you. Yeah, that seems appropriate. Throttle up slightly, make this nice and gentle. Whoops, not that gentle. Nope, oh, nope, 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 nope. It's like, got scared of the ground there for a second. Come on, you can land. Go ahead and land. Stop showing off and just set down. Alright, leave it at this throttle setting. Kill the engine. Kill RCS. Alright, cool. Yeah, that's my very, very first time that I've ever landed on Minmus. I'm happy about this. I mean, it's not a manned mission, but still, it's pretty cool. Definitely looks like lime sherbet. with sugar sprinkles all over it. Yeah, cool. So we'll send some samples. Alright, let's do this one right here. Okay. So, let me see. Hide finished goal. We need to finish the mission, and we're still in the red. Okay. Yeah. So this is kind of a good news, bad news situation in many different ways. This mission was a success. Here, let's just pull back and look where I landed. I landed right exactly where I wanted to. Thank you very much. But my space program is bankrupt. Launching the rock mission with, trying to pull off 6 missions. We went deeply into debt in order to launch that thing, and it was supposed to pay off by not only achieving all these missions, but also bringing the rock and 3 Kerbals back. That was, and since the original version. The original idea behind this particular mission package was supposed to be the space race, and I long ago lost the space race. Guess what? It's done. I believe that this particular series is done. The other guys won. I lost. Cosmo Owls, that's what they call me, right? We lost. And so we shall bow out to the competitors and allow them to spearhead the exploration of space in this particular save file. I'm gonna go do other things. I'm not done with KSP. I just realized that what I was saying sounds like it could be construed as that. A little bird told me that Kerbal Space Program version 0.22 may not be far off. And I want to be starting over for that anyway. Yeah, I'm thinking that for that version, I'm going to be stripping down my mod list, and it's got its own version of a campaign built in. It has the career mode with the doing science and unlocking parts. I've got plans for that. So I'm not really feeling too bad about ending this one. But yeah, okay, that was the space race mission pack. I lost. My space agency is bankrupt. We are closing the doors and we're selling off all assets in order to have something to give to our creditors. It's been fun. It's been a fun ride. We'll do some more Kerbal Space Program in other save files, in other worlds. And I will talk to you then. Goodbye.